There are 13,000 pages of text messages, emails, and attachments that the FBI has found in response to our request. And the court, they're turning them over at the rate of 500 pages a month. That doesn't mean they're turning them all over. It means they're reading them at the rate of 500 pages a month, processing them, and who knows what next, because we may not get everything because they withhold material improperly and for sometimes good reason. At that rate, it will take 2 years to get us all the records. And unfortunately, the court endorsed this production schedule, but on the other hand, the court said you got to start complying and start turning the records over to Judicial Watch. So Judicial Watch, through a court process, is going to get these text messages, is going to get these emails between Page and Strzok. And we know they've been withholding this material improperly from Congress because Congress has been looking at the text messages it's gotten, seeing these redactions were for no good reason. In fact, Chuck Grassley pointed out that there was a $70,000 conference table that was referenced in the text message that had been bought by Andrew McCabe, the then number two official at the FBI. And that was redacted. For what reason? To prevent embarrassment, obviously, to McCabe and the FBI for this abuse. So this is why it's important to be in court, because redactions like that have to be justified in a court process as opposed to this political process that is now being that is now governing the relationship between Congress and the Justice Department and the FBI. There's another text message that says the White House was running the operation of, let me look at the language here. Yeah, the White House is running this. The White House is running this. So these text messages, remember, they reference the insurance policy, they reference the White House running this, they reference all sorts of things related to the handling of the Clinton email investigation, which was a sham investigation, and the improper investigation targeting Donald Trump. So we've got this court process going. It's not as fast as we want. President Trump should intervene, in my view, and the leadership of DOJ and FBI should intervene to get these records out more quickly. Congress has got to stop yelling and complaining and doing things more substantial to ensure that these documents are released timely to them as well. But Judicial Watch is in court, which is much better than what Congress is doing right now. So on top of that, as I said, we've got this lawsuit. And these text messages also suggest that Lisa Page and Peter Strzok talked about doing government business offline and on their personal devices. So we asked the FBI, what are you doing to make sure that government records on these personal devices are being searched for and preserved and maintained? And the FBI, this is positive, said they're going to send letters to Page and Strzok telling them they need to preserve these records, which is positive. Because I tell you, they've been fighting us tooth and nail on this. So this little glimmer of hope and accountability, and it helps to have a case in court. Because if they're not going to preserve the records, because this is what happened during the Clinton email investigation, the court could order them to take steps to preserve the records. So the FBI knew it was coming down the pike, and we're glad they didn't waste the court's time by fighting us. But these are the battles. It's a pitched battle. Every inch of ground we have to battle over. I joke, you have to sue to get the time of day from these agencies. So we've got this massive Spygate investigation, or what ought to be a massive Spygate investigation, a cover-up related to it, admissions by top Obama officials that there was spying going on. The media is trying to pretend it wasn't spying and arguing with President Trump about what the meaning of spy is in true Clintonian fashion. You've got Congress and the Justice Department and the FBI, who are rogue agencies and out of control, fighting over documents about this scandal. And you've got the Mueller operation, largely being ignored, even though it's in the center of this. So Judicial Watch has 30-plus lawsuits on issues related to the deep state. 30-plus. Lisa Page, Peter Strzok text messages. Records about the Flynn investigation. Another abuse of power. Records about the FISA warrants. Records about the Clinton DNC dossier. All of that. So Judicial Watch is in court on this in a way that no one else is. So we're proud to do the work, and of course our pressure is leading to disclosures, both to Congress and to us separately. But the fighting is not something we expected to be engaged in as vociferously as we are, given the supposed new leadership at the Justice Department during the Trump administration. And I think President Trump needs to take some strong steps here.